What's up, guys? It's my dog's birthday. She's 3. She's 3. I was trying to figure out what I should get her, but she has like everything. So she went for a dip in the pool today. And slept and did what she does. She's doing a few new things now that she's a bigger girl. Now that we've moved, she's been doing new things like that she never did before, like hopping up on things that were bigger than she used to could in my old house. I don't know what made her grow up so much, but it's strange seeing her do new things all of a sudden now that we moved. But yeah, she's trotting around, running my house per usual, and just being a birthday girl, which is every day she's treated like a princess. So all she has to do is come in and act excited to see me, and then I give her a bunch of treats, and then she looks at me again like, are we gonna keep eating? And we eat, and yeah, sleep. And yeah, if you are ever tired, get you a Frenchie, because all they do is sleep all day, and they'll make you feel like you're doing too much because they always sleep. I got some story times, of course. And as far as the news goes, Trump is still, they're still all about Trump. School started for a lot of kids today. If you had kids starting school today, I pray that they have an amazing, safe school year, that their teachers are good, that they're protected. I know it's hot in a lot of places and things like that, but yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, the year's flying by per usual. I'm just looking at this news here. A lot of people are hoping Trump goes to Fulton County Jail, which Fulton County Jail has like all kind of deaths and stuff like that. Let's see what else we got here. Besides Trump news, a man had been stranded for 3 days after his vessel became disabled on his voyage in the Bahamas. He got rescued. Imagine being in a place as beautiful as the Bahamas and being trapped. That's crazy, right? Let's see here what else we got. Yeah, still the Maui fires are going on. The Hurricane Hillary wasn't as bad as they predicted, but they are seeing some flooding. American sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson wins the world's 100-meter title with a personal best of 10.65. Sha'Carri is famous because when she was in it, Sha'Carri, I don't know, I'm messing that up. She has smoked a little marijuana and they kicked her out of everything. Go figure, with marijuana being free now. Or, yeah, legal most places, but I guess athletes still aren't allowed to use it, which is crazy. And I do not smoke marijuana. Not that I'm opposed to it. I just don't like being under the influence of anything. But like, I see people with like multiple sclerosis and stuff like that, and how it calms them and helps them. So it's like, I don't know when they're gonna figure out this whole balance between what is actually putting you under the influence and what's actually medically helping people. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah. The news is slow today. Besides, the storms and everything else. Let's see what else we got here. Cinema days are returning with $4 movie tickets. AMC is bringing those back. On the 27th of August, you can watch a movie for $4. So if you've been waiting to go see something, there you go. Let's see what else we got. Rihanna had her baby with A$AP Rocky, another boy. Rihanna's popping these boys out. I feel you, Rihanna. I got 2 boys. I wonder if she'll be like, I want a girl. I never felt the desire to have a daughter. 1, I don't like being pregnant, and 2, boys are pretty easy. And I have nieces, so I've never felt like I was missing out on having a daughter. And my son has locks, so if I do want to do his hair or something, I can always do that. Let's see what else is going on. Yeah, a lot of recycle news, so I guess that's kind of a good thing. It's been quiet. Let's get into Reddit, see what they got going on here. We were watching Deadpool today, and I think it's Deadpool 2, but they had this scene in there where he's like locked in this oxygen chamber thing, and he gets out by lighting a match with his finger. And I always hate that kind of stuff, because in real life, if you try to like light a match with your finger, it is not gonna work. I hate when movies do that. They act like you can just light a match. My husband said that you can light a match with your teeth. Like, come on, man. You wasting your escape plan doing something like that. I hate when movies do that. At least give somebody something practical. Let's see what Reddit's talking about. Men of Reddit, we all know what mansplaining is, but have you ever womansplained? When they're trying to convince me that their interpretation of what and why I'm feeling is more accurate than my own interpretation. My ex-wife tried to explain to me that it was perfectly fine for her to badmouth my mother, but that it's totally different if my son's wife badmouths her. According to my ex-wife, it's called speaking my truth. So I guess you guys are saying when we womansplain, we're talking about our feelings. How does male humor differ from female? For me, I do both, so I wouldn't really know. But I guess telling a period joke. Somebody said, I will provide an example, balls. I think dudes just have ability to appreciate more immature and dumb humor. That's absolutely... The stuff that dudes laugh at just be so dumb. Some of it's funny, but some of it's just really stupid. What beauty standards do you think are the most ridiculous or take the most issue? Contouring. Like, all this makeup y'all wearing is just too much. And it's hot, and y'all out here putting on all this makeup and brushes, and it's just too much. Like, it's not apocalypse ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the apocalypse was to hit, you could just throw on some mascara and be cool the whole time, especially if it's waterproof. But y'all here with the contours, the lashes, it's just not practical at all. As soon as you cry, the lashes is coming off. Like, it's crazy. Somebody said the fish lips look, the hate for saggy boobs, cellulite. Yeah, cellulite is a thing. Shaving pubes. No, I do not like pubic hair, so. A lot of people are on the pubic hair thing. Right now in the summer, pubic hair is not the move, man. I don't think I could ever go back to having pubic hair. Weaves and wigs. Yeah, it's summertime. Y'all gonna be hot in that stuff. Y'all gonna be hot in that. Let's see what else we got here. You are given the power to criminalize one legal thing, activity. What are you making illegal? Oh gosh, the list would be long, but if you don't know someone, one, don't touch people you don't know. It should be illegal. Don't touch me on the back, arm, nothing. High five, none of that. I feel like selfies in the middle of like the stairs where people are walking up should be illegal. Like, anytime where you're taking a picture that's like blocking traffic and you're not courteous to the people, it should be illegal. Videotaping fights should be illegal. I mean, I get it, like videotaping the police and videotaping someone get like assaulted just for the fun of it. That stuff should be straight up illegal, dude. I mean, my list would be too long. I could sit here all night, but what are you guys saying? I'd make it illegal for government officials to buy and sell stocks. Yes, that should be illegal. The list could be too long. Hospital doctor bills, yeah. Planned ops. Yeah, I mean, and someone, this is curious, like, they do ask you for the money up front, and what do they even know what you're getting? Car insurance things. All these little cable apps should be illegal too. I can't wait until they finally bust them. Companies keeping their workers just below full-time to avoid offering the benefits. Yeah. The list is long, y'all. The list is long. Random pop-up ads, not flushing in the public bathroom. The list. Listen, we could be here all day. This was a good one. People who have never smoked, drank, or did any drugs. How and why? Now, I've drank, but as far as smoke or drugs, I just don't have a desire to, and probably because I've seen my family members die and struggle from addiction, that it just has never appealed to me. And I would just, when people are under influence, they look so dumb. I don't ever wonder, like, do you realize how dumb you look when you're under influence? But yeah, somebody said never been interested. Man, sorry. Some people just didn't. A lot of people are just like never been interested. Alcohol tastes gross, cigarettes and weed smell gross, and I see no appeal in drugs. When you grow up seeing your childhood friends adding, mom abusing them, abandoning them for weeks at home, and selling other things for drug money gives you pretty negative ideas. Yeah, and that's why I have like a very negative relationship with drugs. Like, I have no desire to do it at all. But when you look at some of these videos of Prince and them, you'd be like, man, they was really kicking it. So I saw this interesting video that the Brat, who we know is lesbian now, used to date Allen Iverson in her straight days. So I thought this video was pretty funny. So let's get into it.
Wake up and pick his clothes out and cook breakfast and jack his dick off when he woke up in the morning. You know, the things he liked, just made sure he was happy. And he spoiled me and made sure I was happy. Like, I was like, this is amazing. Like, I was like, this is it. But then I think, you know, basketball players, hoes, okay?
Right.
Like, he had a baby mama, some kids. He had a lot of stuff going on. So, it lasted for a good while. Both of my grandmothers, they were alive. They loved him. Like, he was so sweet to them. Like, it was good for a minute. It was good for a long time.
So it just didn't work out.
It just didn't work out. Too many bitches.
Got it.
I think the last straw was we was sitting at a hotel in the hallway outside the door just talking because some of the homies was in the room chilling watching the game or something. And this half naked bitch walks up the hallway talking about she looking for him. I'm sitting there with him. I'm like, bitch, all my life I had little boyfriends. From church, I had little boyfriends. A teenager, high school, junior high. Had boyfriends. Like, the principal of the school boyfriend at the last high school I went to, like, that was my boyfriend. Like, I had the fly niggas, like, with the what did your bows and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Brad gave all the unsolicited, she gave all the unsolicited information about old Allen. Allen probably like, dang, why she busting me out about what I like in the mornings? But yeah, that was a funny story.
Trial of a South Florida man accused of killing his girlfriend continued today, and so far no ruling on if he'll be able to show his penis to the jury like he requested.
For more on the story, let's get to Local 10's Carlos Suarez has been following this from Fort Lauderdale. Carlos.
The Associate Medical Examiner of Broward County took to the stand about an hour ago and said that in all his years of work, he has never had a single case where someone choked to death as a result of performing oral sex. Now, his testimony goes to the heart of the defense's case that Richard Patterson did not kill his girlfriend back in 2015. Prosecutors allege that the 65-year-old choked her to death, but he claims that she choked on his penis. The ME told jurors a penis would have to be large, far enough down a person's throat to block that person from breathing through their nose and mouth. He also said that it would take 2 to 3 minutes for a person to die as a result of a lack of oxygen, so that it would have been clear that a person, this woman in particular, would have been in distress.
And if she cannot breathe, she's usually start to kicking, biting, or to do something to prevent this blocking of the airway, try to open this airway it's normal reaction of any person.
All right, now the defense has asked a judge whether Patterson can show jurors his penis as part of their case. She has not ruled on whether that will be allowed to take place. The medical examiner also told jurors that he could not rule on a manner of death because the body of 60-year-old Francisca Martinez was in such bad shape when it was found inside her Moorgate home. The medical examiner is still on the stand, and the defense says that their client did not call 911 the night that he claims all of this happened because he was embarrassed about the whole thing. We are live outside the Broward County Courthouse in downtown Fort Lauderdale.
I don't know how that defense is gonna go with the homie, but yeah, I don't know.
I have a famous father, and most people don't know this, but my father is Mr. T. Yeah. Most people think I'm lying when I say that, but I'm like, why would I pick him? Like, think about that. Like, I'm low-key mad that my mama picked him, you know what I mean? And like I got a sister, she let him bust twice. Like, that's crazy, but like, this is before the 18. There was no money involved, right? So, but it's like people always want to know what it was like growing up with Mr. T as a dad. And like the best example I can give you is that I started my period on July 4th. I was 9 years old, and I was in the house by myself with my father. And my sister and my mother had gone to the grocery store. And I was like, Daddy, my period started. And he was like, sit on the toilet till your mama get back. Like, what? All 7 days? Are you for real? I've been doing stand-up for like 4 years. I met this girl the first night I did stand-up, and we've been cool ever since. And she called me up last weekend, and she was like, Erica, I want to go out. I want to celebrate something. It's going to shock you. I was like, what's up? She was like, I'm gay. I was like, girl, tell me something I didn't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you have basketball shorts on. Who's hooping later? Nobody, bitch. Okay? You want to come out that wallet, okay? It's in your back pocket. All right, so, I went to my first gay club ever with my friend, and it was dope. But I have a little announcement to make to every single man in here. Y'all men need to step your game up, because these lesbians almost got me. Their game is flawless, okay? They had PowerPoint presentations and everything. I was like, all right, I'm going, right? Because I'm sitting there dancing, and this Chinese girl came up to me, and she was like, excuse me, I just want to let you know that you're the most beautiful woman I've seen all night. And I was like, oh my God, thank you. Thank you so much. So she walked away, and then she turned around really quickly, and I got scared because I'm light-skinned and we can't fight, right? So, but she came back, and this is what she said verbatim. She was like, I apologize if I offended you before, but if you came home with me tonight, you wouldn't have to cook, you wouldn't have to clean, you would never pay a bill again, and I would eat your pussy every night. I was like, what? Bitch, have you been reading my diary? What the? My friends were like, this place is boring, let's go to the club. I was like, fuck the club, okay? Let's stay here. These lesbians are passing out futures, okay? Like, no one at the club, no man will ever say that to you. They'll be like, I got this dick. She could change my credit score, okay? Get out of my face. Unless that penis comes with an 850, I don't want it, all right? So, even though I'm a North Sider and a teacher and all proper and everything, I like to go to the South Side and get some dick. I'm just being real with you. 79th and Ashland to be exact. Dude's got me smoking Newports and putting things on Larry. I don't know who Larry is, but he's carrying a lot of stuff, right? It's not good if it's not dangerous.
Mr. T's daughter is a comedian. Who knew?
We'll bring you live today here on Court TV. It is the child sleepover murder case. Opening statement set to happen a little later this morning. The defendant is a guy named Henry Dinkins. He's accused of murdering 10-year-old Breasia Terrell. She belongs to his former girlfriend. They also share another child together. So he's the father of Breasia's half-brother. And she had gone with her half-brother to Henry Dinkins' home, his apartment, back in 2020. And her half-brother came home, but Breasia did not. There was a 9-month-long nationwide search that ended with a grim discovery of her remains in a wooded area about 20 miles away from where she lived. For more on the background of this case, I want to bring in now Court TV legal correspondent Julia Janae. Julia, good morning to you. This is one I know that you've been following since this young girl disappeared. What more do we know about what actually happened to Breasia Terrell?
Julie, as you mentioned, this was a nationwide search, but certainly one that was very concentrated there in the Quad Cities in Iowa, Davenport, Iowa, where she went missing. Her face was all over those posters, wondering what happened to her. She had been staying, as you mentioned, with her half-brother there at the home of Henry Dinkins and his girlfriend. But the next morning, Dinkins called her mother, Aisha Lankford, and said, she's not here. I don't know where she is. She's missing. And that's when police got involved. Now, Dinkins was always under a cloud of suspicion for this. Police were actually asking for more information. They showed his car, his maroon Chevy Impala, saying that this is what he would have been driving around that time. If anyone has any information, let us know. He was placed behind bars initially for an unrelated charge, violation of probation. So he was behind bars during much of this search, but it took so long for them to find her body. Fishermen who were out at a pond discovered it in March of 2021. This happened in July of 2020. So all of those months, her mother not knowing what happened to her. But the captain of the police department there in Davenport had this to say on that day in March.
An autopsy on the remains was conducted by the Division of Criminal Investigation, and we have received confirmation that the remains are those of Breasia Terrell.
You can just hear that emotion in his voice. This was something that the community, and wider than their community, was invested in, and clearly not the outcome that they wanted. But now, justice is what they are looking for in the disappearance of this little girl.
Julia, it's my understanding that little Breasia was shot to death. Is that your understanding as well through the research you've done?
That is what the medical examiner determined. We don't know, and we'll likely learn at trial where they believe that she was shot. But we know that the girlfriend of Henry Dinkins said that she actually saw Breasia around 3 a.m. in the morning. The girlfriend woke up to go to the bathroom and noticed that Breasia nor her boyfriend Henry Dinkins were inside of the apartment anymore. And about 30 minutes later, Dinkins came back inside to get something from the house. She doesn't know what it was, but she looked out the window and she saw Breasia still alive, standing next to his car, that Impala. So it's unclear exactly where this happened or even why it happened. But there have been allegations by the prosecution that he had some questionable searches on his phone that they said led to the demographic or connected to the demographic of this little girl, that it was child abuse victims that he was looking up on his phone.
Julia, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was wondering if there were allegations of sex assault or evidence maybe discovered at autopsy that this beautiful little child might have been sexually assaulted as well. Do we know?
Nothing that we have seen on the record in terms of what the medical examiner has said about her body, but we know that prosecutors have floated that information to the public. Henry Dinkins was a registered sex offender at the time. For his first offense was back in 1990 when he was 70 years old. We don't know the age of that victim and whether it was someone who was under the age of 10, but we know it was someone who he was accused of a sex crime for when he was 17 years old. We also know that his defense says there is no evidence that there was any sexual abuse, so that may suggest what the medical examiner is going to be able to testify to. But we know that this was Breasia's first time at that apartment. She'd never been there before. Henry Dinkins was going to spend time with his son, the 8-year-old, and the mother did want him to spend time with the 8-year-old. The day that he came over to the house, the mother was working, the
grandmother was babysitting, and Dinkins said that Breasia could come along, but that the third child, an older son, couldn't come with him. So that's how she ended up at his house overnight.
Yeah, I have to background check these people. Like, y'all having babies with registered sex offenders is wild, and the whole story is crazy, but I'm glad they did find her body, and hopefully this dude, that he faces what he did.
Does everybody remember pink sauce? If you were here on TikTok, I'm sure that you remember. It seemed super exciting that she had found a manufacturer that was going to help her. And then I saw this on Boss Chick's page the other day. Now, before anybody gets, in their feelings, this is not a clown post. This is not a post to try and down another business owner. This is a let's keep it real post. So first of all, I'm not sure if justice is the correct word because I have not seen the actual contract that was signed, and I don't know what was included in the deal. I saw that this post actually upset quite a few people. I mean, y'all were going in the comments because she's asking for $100,000 with the GoFundMe. Now look, y'all were here talking about this girl getting her body enhanced and all of that. I have no idea how long she's had those enhancements, but I do know that going into a big box store can actually be the end of a huge amount of businesses, not just small businesses, even medium-sized businesses. These big box stores give you pretty much a 360 deal, and if you're not top heavy, it's going to be really, really challenging for you to survive these deals. This is one of the reasons that people like me are so passionate about teaching you guys how to do direct sales. A lot of people think that if they see a brand inside of a big box store, that means that brand has made it. That means that company has made it. But a lot of times, being inside of those big stores can actually bankrupt a small business. Now, we all know that Chef was scrambling because of the demand for the sauce. She was a solopreneur. She was producing all of the sauce herself. I'm also aware that she did turn off quite a few people because of the way that she responded to some of the critiques about the sauce. Now, what is interesting about this is that she's asking for $100,000 with this GoFundMe. According to this post from Boss Chick, she's facing eviction and she's unable to feed her children, and things are looking very glib. Now, I will say this. I have no idea if this is a publicity stunt or a way to fundraise, but it is very challenging for people to want to donate to someone, because when you look on her page through social media, it does look like everything is all good in the hood and like she ain't worried about a thing, and money ain't a thing for her either. That screen grab that I just posted was actually from just a few days ago before this post that I saw on Boss Chick's page. But if she is going through some financial hard times, let me explain to you guys how that could be a possibility. Now, I haven't seen her specific contract, but
so this is long, but pretty much this girl made it big on TikTok, making some pink sauce. I've never had it. I'm not big on sauce that's pink and putting it on my food, but it kind of was a sensation. And yeah, she probably should have just stuck to selling it on TikTok, because yeah, she put it in Walmart and then ended up not having the money and all that jazz. So be careful.
Are the only two people that had knowledge that Tiana and Diamond was in that apartment alone.
Right.
When you left for work that morning.
Yes, they was there.
No one else knew.
No. Tracy was working the lunch, what they used to call the lunch program.
Yes.
After work, she was going on a camping trip.
Okay. And you started checking in on the girls.
Yes.
By calling.
Yes. After that morning, I had like a little lunch break. So I called and I called and I called. There wasn't no answer. It just kept going to voicemail. I called my mom, and she kept calling. She kept calling the house too.
Okay. At some point, George Washington returns.
Yes, pick me up. George picked me up from work, and I'm coming home, and the back door was open, and We walked up the stairs and everything. And I put my key in the door, and I called for Diamond Tiandi. So I was nervous and, like, where are they,
So this is a case of this other lady's daughters that are missing, still missing, and nobody knows where they went. It's crazy.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach Marcus Finley.
Yeah, this is Marcus Finley. Who this?
My name Bryce. Marcus, listen, I've been trying to get at you for a couple weeks, man. I searching high and low trying to get your phone number. I wanted to talk to you about a couple things if it's possible. Now, you married to Tina Finley, right?
Yeah, Tina, my wife.
Yeah. Oh, okay. See, I wanted to talk to you about Tina. But,
man, look here. Don't be coming here calling me and telling me about no shit. You been fucking with my wife and shit. I mean, I ain't trying to hear all that kind of shit like that. I mean, what's up? I mean, what you got? What's up with you and Tina?
No, I ain't had nothing to do with your wife,
Oh, really? I was just about to say, goddamn. I ain't trying to hear all that old bullshit.
Okay, no, it ain't nothing like that. But see, try to really make a long story short, man. We have a family member in my family that's been missing for quite some time. We done been all on the internet and everything trying to find this family member. And we've looked for years, man. And let me ask you something. How long you been married to Tina?
Me and Tina been married 5 years.
Okay. Well, see, our family member actually has been missing for 6 years, and we've done the research. We're almost like 100% sure. Let me ask you one more thing, though. I'm just trying to line all the ducks up, man. If I could, does Tina have a scar above her left hip?
Yeah, she got a scar above her left hip. So what that got to do with anything?
Okay, my family member got a scar above their left hip too. Does Tina have a birthmark on her shoulder?
Yeah. So what you trying to say, my wife part of your family or something? That what you trying to say?
I don't know how to say this to you, but I mean, after asking you what I just asked you, I mean, I'm 100% sure now. I'm certain that your wife Tina is my brother Tim.
What the fuck did you just say?
Your wife Tina is my brother Tim.
Hey man, hold up, man. Now, first of all, how the fuck did you get my number?
My brother's been missing for 6 years. You know my brother.
Be out your motherfucking mind. How the fuck you gonna call here and I don't even know how the fuck you got my number? How the fuck you gonna call here and gonna tell me that my motherfucking wife that I've been married to for 5 years is a goddamn man?
So my whole family done the research on this. We've done the research on it.
No. So you trying to say for the last 5 years I've been sleeping with a motherfucking man? That's what you trying to say?
We've been looking for my brother for 6 years. We've been looking for him and looking for him. So you trying to say for the last 5 years I've been sleeping with a motherfucking man? That's what you trying to say? Can't believe a motherfucker gonna call it with some old bullshit like this, gonna give me my motherfucking number. How you get my goddamn number any goddamn way? That's my brother. That's my brother. We've been looking for him. We've been looking for him for so long. And we've narrowed it down. We're 100% sure that your wife Tina is my brother.
No.
It's my brother Tim.
Man, you better get... Motherfucker, you crazy. I mean, I don't know where the fuck you got my number from, but, Tina be here around goddamn 5 o'clock. I'm gonna find out from that motherfucker. If it is, I'm gonna let you know right now. I'm gonna kill that motherfucker.
Wait a minute. I don't want to... Okay, let me ask you this. Do y'all have any kids?
No, she said she couldn't have no kids.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, just because she can't have no kids don't mean she's no goddamn man. How you gonna play me like that?
Marcus, that's my brother.
Wait till Tina get home.
That's my brother.
That ain't none of your goddamn brother. And I don't believe the shit until she tell me that shit. Ain't no way we've been together as long as we've been together, and you trying to tell me that I didn't know that, motherfucker. I tell you,
That's my
it ain't gonna be long for that motherfucker get on. She get home around 5 o'clock, motherfucker. I'm gonna check that shit out, and if the shit is true, I'm gonna tell you, motherfucker, it's gonna be some. You gonna have a dead goddamn bro. That's what you gonna have.
You're not gonna do nothing to my brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something to her, goddamn. How the fuck you gonna be married to me?
You're not gonna do nothing to my brother.
Don't tell me. She don't even tell me she a goddamn man. Hell, she ain't. She got on women parts.
You're not gonna do nothing to my brother.
Goddamn, how can I get caught? This motherfucking me. How can I get caught up in some bullshit like that? I'm a man, motherfucker.
Can I say one more thing to you?
What?
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your wife, Tina.
Motherfucker, I'm about to kill motherfucker up in here. We gonna call goddamn mortuary folks. I'm gonna call her. I'm sitting at the door when she get here, because goddamn soon as she walked in the door, I was gonna get her ass right there. Fucker. Y'all motherfuckers, goddamn. Y'all need to quit that bullshit there. That shit ain't funny, goddamn. Tell that motherfucker Steve R, goddamn, for that shit there. Tell that motherfucker, give me one. Send me one of them goddamn suits to Birmingham down here. Goddamn, put me on the spot like that about my fucking wife.
She fine dog.
Goddamn, you talking about a goddamn man, dude? I was about to.
Oh man.
Goddamn blood pressure up. Goddamn, I gotta go goddamn take a pill.
Boy, Tina she say, tell this to my husband. I say, and then we fixed it up. I tweaked it a little bit. She say, oh my God. She say, he gonna lose his mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna get her when she get her ass home. Goddamn, he might have to goddamn call the mortuaries anyway.
That was it was funny, but it was dangerous, because people be killing each other over this kind of stuff these days. Like, his wife was brave for that joke, because that's playing with fire. I laughed, but I was scared, because he was serious about what he said. I mean, I don't know what year that prank's from, but very dangerous prank, Tina. But I don't know. I got a couple of chuckles out of it, but be safe with y'all playing these pranks, because it's dangerous out here. People's mental health is at an all-time bad high. Other than that, y'all have an amazing day. I'll be back with some more story times tomorrow.